Good evening, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It is 9:46 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, September 20th, 2021. This is not financial advice. The video is educational only. Click the subscribe and the bell if you'd like to be notified of these videos. Click the thumbs up. Share the video. Get people to understand the greatness of Fetch. That's Fetch.AI. Intraday updates are on that Twitter link below the video. Let's move forward. Now, taking a look at the Fetch.AI US dollar pair. This is what we're looking at. I drew a new orange line on the screen so the people can see this. Bunches of things have happened since the last video that we were all together listening to, talking about 2 days ago, 3 days ago probably. So a couple of things that have happened. Macro. What is macro? Macro events are things that we have no control over. They are worldly events. Things like something going on in China related to this Evergrande property real estate bankruptcy that they're probably going to go under. I don't even think they have a concept of bankruptcy. They just go out of business over there. So lots of shaking out going on in China. We have the Fed coming out with announcements this very week talking about tapering, which is a major negative to the stock market. Stock market took a shilling today. And by the way, not only did the stock market get cracked by 2 to 3%. I think the Dow was down over 1,000 points. But not only that, but every asset was sold across the board. Now, what are we talking about right now? I drew this new orange line here so that people can very cleanly see. This was an area of resistance in the past. I have a feeling we might go down to this line, which is around 58 cents. We're at 66 cents now. We could be doomed for another 10% drop. I'm not saying that we will get there. I'm just saying that where I feel like the next area of support would be is around 56 cents or so. 58 cents, excuse me. So a couple of things going on. We broke this channel very clearly. I tweeted it out. Someone tweeted, should I buy or sell? I'm like, I'm not here to tell anyone what they should do or not do. I am not a financial advisor, and even if I was, I don't know any of you from Jack, so I wouldn't know what to tell you what you should put in, when you should put it in. Everyone's got a different thing. We all want to make money. That's clear. But I can't advise anyone. I'm sorry. But I can tell you what I'm doing. This is what I think is happening. And again, it's just my opinion. Nothing here is factual. So on the Fetch US dollar pair at 66 cents and change, I think, if we come down, I think we could bounce off the 58 cent range. And again, look at the lines, look at the action, the price action, an invisible line of resistance here, which should be an invisible line of support right now. We broke the channel, and when we broke it hard. This is not inconsistent with most. Fetch is not an isolated case again. This is a macro event. Everyone should be very aware of that. So if you can't handle the volatility, you shouldn't be playing this game. The main thing is, if you're a long-term holder, you shouldn't care at all. You might not even be watching this video every day, and you might not even care. You're holding it for 10 years. You believe in Fetch, as do I. Now, the next level of support right over here could be met with another big, giant push down to 49 cents. But let's not talk about that right now. I feel like we're comfortable with a 58 handle on the next level of support. Let's look at the Fetch Bitcoin pair. This is much more compelling to talk about in that we did have a line of support here. It was good for about a week, and then when the macro event kicked in last night, we started to see this steep price action going on. It actually happened probably more towards Saturday, Sunday. So again, this is very, very precipitous, but we are back in this channel. I think that if we wind up going down from 1552, if we touch the bottom of this trend line, we'd be at 13.99. Well, what is that? That's about, I don't know, let me see. I'm going to do my math here, another 10, 15%. That's very similar to this. If this thing dropped from where it's at now, 66 cents, down to 58 cents, that's about the same, about 15% or so. So another thing to look at. So, these two match up. So I feel good that these two are correlated because it gives me more sanity in knowing where my next level of support could be on one, and it seems to reflect on the other pair as well. Now let's look at Bitcoin. this is probably the chart of the day. We're 42,500 right now. We've been all over the map. Let me open this up a little bigger for you so we can all play along. Look at this. This price action over the last 2 weeks has been all over the place. We kind of like we're sideways. We went up, and then, man, we took a nice nosedive, 40,000 on the low end of 40,000. And we have since bounced back to 40,000, 42,000 and a half. When we zoom out of this precipitous drop here looks like this precipitous drop here. This is kind of the middle part of this kind of consolidation period, albeit very volatile. This is about the halfway point right here. That's where I think we are over here. I think we're at the halfway point over here as well. So I think over the next 2 weeks, this is the first 2 weeks, I think over the next 2 weeks, we're going to have the same chop up and down all over the map and then possibly break back out again. Now, we won't really know. We're going to have to play this day by day, and I'll be updating now on a daily until we get through this volatility. But I think that it's important that all of you know that, Bitcoin dominance has really taken a sharp turn for the better, for Bitcoin dominance, I should say. But at the sacrifice of the altcoin world, in the sense that if Bitcoin goes down and Bitcoin dominance, so if Bitcoin US dollar goes down and Bitcoin dominance goes up, that's just terrible for altcoins. That means altcoins do even worse on a percentage basis when you compare it to Bitcoin's drop. So, we're in a pretty tight spot now. But I think what might be happening, it looks like we might be on the bottom end of this channel here. I don't know if we're going to bounce back up or not. We're going to keep our eyes on this as well. But in the meantime, like I said earlier, Fetch is 66 cents. If it drops more, we could find ourselves footing around the 58-cent range. And then we'll keep you all posted. Keep in touch on my Twitter. I know a couple of you have been tweeting out to me, asking me about this. So anyway, we'll all be in touch. Take it easy. Bye.